He's the Chicago Blackhawks center, Brad Richards, who will join us coming up. The next game for the Stanley Cup Final will be tomorrow at Tampa. You can see that on NBC at 7:15 Eastern. So more of your phone calls coming up. Brad Richards joining us now. We've been on this cover songs, best music. Do you have a favorite cover song?
Well, I was prepared for this. I do have, I like Hurt by 9 Inch, or Seven Dust actually does a good Hurt cover that with Johnny Cash that I have on my playlist.
Best arena for music?
Montreal.
Why?
I don't know. They just match up kind of the way the crowd is and the way the music, it just kind of feels, makes you feel kind of like it's religion when you go out and play there. And I don't know why they just do a good job with the music. It's very, I don't know, it gets you.
Is there a bad arena for music?
I think a lot of them are bad with music, but that's just because I don't like some of the, whatever you call it, house music they play now and warm-ups and stuff like that. It kind of just gives me a headache out there.
Wayne Gretzky was on recently. He said he could spot his family in the crowd, or if there was a celebrity there, that when he was playing, he'd be able to notice if his wife showed up 3 minutes late. Are you aware of who's in the stands during a game?
I am when my parents are there, and now when my wife and son come, I always kind of spot them before the game starts just to kind of make sure that they're safe and keep an eye on them, and it just kind of gives you a little extra motivation when you know that they're watching you. Do
you see Vince Vaughn at the Blackhawks games?
I haven't seen him. He's been to a couple this year, but I haven't seen him yet in the playoffs, so I don't know if he'll make an appearance in the finals here.
Well, he's as tall as Ben Bishop, isn't he?
Yeah, he is tall. Very tall.
That is freakish there to see Bishop in goal. What is it like when you're on the ice facing somebody that big, 6'7" as a goalie? Yeah,
we've played him now a few years. He's been in the league. When he first came in, it was a lot different than your typical goalie. But I think this playoffs, especially, we've seen 3 or 4 guys now that there's been 2 over 6'4". But you don't see much of the net anymore when those guys are in there. So you got to get a lot of traffic and get them moving.
Okay, but the pads are too big, right, Brad?
Yeah, well. Yeah,
well, coming from
I'm trying to score, so I want all the equipment a little.
Do you think?
Smaller.
Okay, how about this? Doc Emmerich was talking about this too, and Pierre Maguire, that maybe we raise the goal up, like we raise it up a couple inches, so you don't widen it, you raise it up a little bit. Do you think that would help scoring?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna. I don't know what they'll do, but I think in 15 years it's going to be scary how big some of these guys are, and they might have to do a little bit all over the ice, make it a little bigger. But goalies now, I mean, if you can move like that, why wouldn't you draft a goalie that's 6'7"? I mean, it's a no-brainer.
What if I put Shaq in there?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I haven't seen him on skates. I can't imagine it's too pretty, but.
Well, he doesn't have to skate that much. He just has to just sit there, though, Brad.
Well, that's the impressive thing about Bishop. He gets out of the net, and he plays the puck as good as the defenseman back there. He ruins a lot of forechecks. He goes back and handles it. So that's what's impressive about it. He can skate, too.
What the hell happened for 2.5 periods there with you guys in Game 1?
Well, Lightning are fast, quick team. They come out riding their fans, and, I think we just were still kind of feeling them out and still used to Anaheim coming at us the way they came at us, bigger, kind of more of a heavy-hitting team. This team's skilled, and it just took, for whatever reason, a little bit to get our legs going, and then I think we got fortunate they started sitting back, and then we started holding on to pucks and getting into a groove. So, hopefully we don't have to rely on our goalie to weather a storm again tomorrow night.
But when you say sitting back, are you saying translation that they're trying not to lose?
Yeah. I think we, they probably will talk about that and not try to do that next time. I think it was probably a mistake in their part because it just gave us a lot of ice and we kept coming and coming and coming, and luckily we scored to get that goal, and then we just took the momentum.
He's Brad Richards, the Blackhawks center. Game 2 tomorrow at Tampa, and you can see that on NBC. Ever forget to go on the ice for a shift?
Not forget, but sometimes it gets pretty loud, and some coaches get a little excited back there, so you miss your name, or it sounds like a different name, and all of a sudden you realize that someone else just took your spot. But that's when it gets a little crazy on the bench sometimes. But no, you're pretty excited to get out there, especially this time of year.
Are you going to? You're not going to get an opportunity to go see Brett Favre's jersey retired, right? You're a Packer fan, right?
I am, yeah, I am. But when I retire, I'll make a lot more trips up there. I was fortunate enough to get up there during the 2004 lockout. I went up in the fall and went to a Monday night game and got to see Lambeau finally. But yeah, I love the Packers.
So you hate the Bears then?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to talk about that much when I signed in Chicago. But yeah, I just
did they tell you not to?
Well, a few reporters told me it might be better not to talk about the Packers much.
Well, the fans in Chicago may hate the Bears too, the way they played recently.
I mean, I wouldn't blame them.
I saw where is your dad still? Is he a fisherman or is there?
Yeah, he's a lobsterman. Yeah,
lobster so he's a lobsterman.
He's doing that right now. Yep.
And where and golly, that's got to be
Prince Edward Island.
Tough hours.
The coast of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island.
Did you ever go out with him?
Oh yeah. That drove me, more focused to play hockey because I didn't want to be out there.
Do you watch Deadliest Catch?
Yeah. I used to watch it. I mean, we loved it. Where we're from with all the fishermen, we loved it. I haven't watched it much lately, but when it first came out, it was very interesting.
Is it realistic?
Yeah. I mean, that's I think obviously over time they make things a little bit for TV, but I mean, you can't fake how big the waves are and how cold it is, and that's just no fun at all. Why
are you successful in Game 7s? No matter where you've been.
I don't know. I think just fortunate enough to.
You're what 8-0? You never lost a Game 7.
No. Knock on wood. I've been like I said, I think been in good situations with good teams there, but hopefully in case we need one here, that streak continues. It's good to have the streak going.
Yeah, you don't want to have a Game 7 if you don't need one here. I know you got married recently, so you're not allowed to go out on the town with Patrick Kane, right?
No. I think Patrick's a little quieter than he was before I got here.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay, how about a couple of years ago?
Well, I mean, I've heard what you heard, so I don't bring it up.
Well, but was that part of your wedding vows that your wife said, and you cannot go out with Patrick Kane on the town?
Yeah, no. She's from Australia. She still has trouble figuring out who Patrick Kane is.
Oh, she's not well-versed in hockey?
No clue. So
is that
she's learning on the fly. She thinks going to the Stanley Cup Finals is something you do every year now. She's been around for a couple of years. So.
I heard that Kane is called the Great One off the ice.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I'll have to needle him about that.
Well, Gretzky's the great one on the ice. Kaner's the great one off the ice. He's the good one on the ice, but he's the great one off the ice. Hey, good to visit with you, and good luck tomorrow night, and thanks for joining us.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care.
All right, Brad Richards, Blackhawk Center.